think I'll use this. I'm not quite sure yet. Hi guys, I'm Elizabeth Parker. I'm, like many of you, have my own small business called Ghost Outdoors. This is our website. We started about 2 years ago. Just to give you a very brief introduction to us. We started about 2 years ago. Get the next slide. With a pretty simple mission, to make cooler camping and outdoor gear inspired by Australian-style adventuring, cutting loose, and breaking free. So we really wanted to make stuff that's fun, amazing quality, things that are going to encourage the everyday person to get outside, turn off their phone, and just live a little. We felt that everything that was on the market, we were going out every weekend, we were doing stuff all the time, and didn't really feel that there was product that was speaking to us and to gear that we actually wanted to own and use all the time, that didn't just stay in a box in the shed until you were going on some epic adventure. So we're all about like just getting in the car, going for a night, or going picnicking, just doing whatever you can to get outside, and we hope that our gear helps encourage that. We're a very small team. You can go back one. She mentioned my partner is in New York. We all started here. Well, I started in the States, you might be able to tell. I've been here about 7 years though. My two partners are from here, where I'm a recovering architect. He's a recovering lawyer as my partner, and also somebody who's in marketing. So we've kind of run the gamut of different things with this unified interest. We started about 2 years ago, so this will be our third Christmas, and we've definitely messed up. We've definitely messed up a lot, but it was good hearing both from Scott and Zion lots of things that maybe we are doing right, and are at least going to attempt to do right this year. So I'll just walk you through this, and hopefully it'll help some of you. Who is our customer? Our customer is 20 to 40 age bracket, urban-based. So we sell a lot more in Sydney and Melbourne, and currently in New York and Los Angeles. Young, usually dual income, starting to hit the cool dad market, but that was unintentional. We're all kind of hitting that stage of life as well, so it might be, we might accidentally be doing it that way. So yeah, young, pretty concentrated though, so we do focus a lot of our Facebook advertising on specific markets. Next. What is our product? And I guess this is where hopefully we're a little bit different, but also, I don't know what your businesses are. I'm curious to hear more after this. So we have a very small collection of things. We don't have many SKUs. We've got about 30 SKUs in total. It's after 2 years, and that's including all of our colorways and experimenting with some other products. And nothing seasonal. So whilst we're in a lot of men's boutiques and places that might be more seasonal, we don't really care if we sell it all this month. We don't have to get rid of our stuff. So we take our time. We're not big on mega sales. With all of our products, I mean, we developed our backpack for about 1.5 years before we went to market with the first one. And that's everything that we have, we've continued to make, and we're on 3rd and 4th production of. So it's not really a fashion thing in that sense. We make things, we try to make them right, and we try to make them a little bit better each time. So that's our product that we're trying to sell here. Next. And last year, I actually had to go back and look at this since it feels like ages ago. Last year, Sunday Times did a feature for us. We did some Facebook ads and we did some emailing. I'll go into a little bit more detail on the emailing. The Sunday Times was interesting. We also were in Smith Journal, a few other publications. Those were interesting because they were actually free and they came to us. And it's always pretty exciting. Mom and Dad get really excited to see you in print, and it is kind of nice to be able to hold it and see it and know that somebody's interested. Didn't really get much return. We'd see a little bounce in online traffic for about 2 days on the Sunday Times. With the Smith Journal, quite a bit more. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it's, I think they produce it 6 times a year, publication, so bi-monthly. And it's one that people really leave out on the coffee table or leave in the shop. And so we did actually find that quite a few people found us through that, and it was kind of a slow burn through that sort of print advertising. And that's coming from wholesalers that buy our product and sell, and they've told us that's where they found us, and also direct customers. So our emailing, this was the easiest one for me to go back and see what actually happened, so that's why I'm going to talk about it most. But if you go to the next slide, we did start early, so we did some of the things. This was start of November last year. And we just went back. The photo shoot was actually from a year prior, but we kind of dug back into that and started just getting in front of people again, reminding them that we were there and re-promoting our gear. So this was, I think this was November 7. We've been in business 2.5 years. We've done 2 sales the entire time. So 48 hours in total of sales the entire time. And this is one of them. So it's BOGO. Again, we didn't want to put a discount on our product. We never have. And so we did buy one, or what's this one? Yeah, buy one, get one half off. It worked well. We'll come back to that. So that was just for 24 hours on Cyber Monday is what we did that one for. We still had some new product that was coming in, so we launched that, again, just to get some people there looking at things. And we also really promoted the free shipping. I had to count on KeepSpace for that and make sure we had the dates right and make sure that if we were promising this to people that it would get to them, and they did an excellent job, and everyone was happy, got to everyone. So we already offer free shipping on everything. I suppose that's something we really believe in. It's something that's given in the States, and we think the Australian customer is starting to demand as well. We'd started out doing free express on everything. That was a bit difficult. So at a certain price point, we still do offer free express, but at this point, we offer free standard shipping on everything. So of these, which were all over the course of about 6 weeks, this one was the winner, shocker. This one, looking back at the numbers again, we only sent it once, which I'm curious by the idea of sending 3 things a day. We're big on not bombarding our customer, but very much hearing what Scott's saying about get it in front of them because they're going to have so many emails in that day. So I think given the day that it went out, a 50% open rate's not bad, right? It's pretty good. And 3 times the revenue over any of the others. And it was, so that was great. Really big sales that day and direct from the click-through. That being said, they're all worthwhile. So it was all work that was well worth putting in. We're a very small team, so it's still just the 3 of us. Sometimes it's tough to get to all of this, but each one was very worthwhile over that time, and each one, I guess, of the other 3 saw a similar return, which wasn't dramatically less than the sale. So I guess just getting out there. So this year, we've taken the numbers. We're looking at it a bit more data-driven, and my marketing partner that I mentioned, Haley, has really broken things down for us a bit more, and we have a little bit of a plan. So our big picture is to just experiment. So I don't know, how you guys have started the business, but how we started is we started very small. We don't have any investment. Investors were all completely self-financed, and we're constantly experimenting and seeing what will happen in kind of small ways and growing as sustainably as we can for such a small team. Big picture is to then use these insights for the rest of the year. We have very limited time. We all work in addition to doing this. So what can we learn over this time while we have extra eyeballs, extra people shopping, that we can then decide what to do with our limited time throughout the rest of the year. And we want to sell stuff, obviously. We have been in it 2.5 years. It's not just a hobby. So we want to sell things. So we started asking questions. Back in August, we sent out a survey to all of our email list. Had a great response. I think we had a 95% response rate, and we were shocked. People actually wanted to talk to us and wanted to tell us what they thought. So we got some great feedback from that. We learned that people are buying a lot of our gear as gifts, which makes sense when they're buying like their 7th hammock. I don't think they have like a little hammock paddock out back, but you never know. They like the brand, they're wanting more. It helped us learn maybe what we'll create in the upcoming year. And it also told us that maybe they don't mind hearing from us too much. We didn't want to bombard them, but they actually like hearing from us. So maybe we'll keep sending emails. So again, that was August to help with the planning. Be prepared, have good product and lots of it. So as much as you can do all of this stuff on the back end, we ran out of stuff. And we ran out of stuff actually in, I guess, August, September of last year, which is a really nasty time to run out, because then you're trying, again, everything that we sell is our own product. It's not just calling somebody else and getting it in. It's actually going back and making it, and again, wanting to make sure it's just right and tweaking it just that little bit. And it always takes longer than you think. So this year, we went to all of our suppliers. We started working in January. We put the deposit down in July. And next slide, we're still waiting on a lot of the products. So I just got a note from Jesse while I was walking here tonight that some of it's waiting in Sydney, and we have all these orders that are waiting on bags. And so thank goodness, we told them they could have it in November, and we'll make that. It's a small portion of them that we hurried over. So as early as you think you're starting, start earlier. This year, again, we're just trying to continue to be seen, and we're going to up our socials and direct marketing and emails to people. Again, a steady reminder, we're not about the gimmick. We just want to let people know, hey, we're here. We know you thought about that bag. We know it's a little bit more expensive than the other one that you were looking at, but treat yourself, go for it, and really kind of keep teasing them with that. We're also focusing 3 campaigns around 3 specific products that have the highest return. So instead of just doing the easy grab gifts, we know that people will already gift, and we're going to try to promote, again, through 3 specific campaigns, our larger ticket items. We are also planning to do test A and B email campaigns for each of those 3 products, seeing what people open, seeing what people respond to, just checking that our customer is still who we think they are. Again, it's changed a lot since we started 2.5 years ago. It's gotten a little bit older, a little bit more in tune with design, and not just gearheads. So again, I guess that goes back to what language is working best, and that's dependent on the customer. What does this mean for the rest of the year, and what are our metrics to determine success or failure? So we've set a specific budget that we're willing to spend and that we're able to spend per product. We don't have huge margins on our products, and we want to make sure that we're actually making money. So that was something that we made a mistake doing sometimes in the beginning. Things were priced too low. We were really excited that anybody wanted anything that we were making. But so we've fine-tuned that a bit more in line with what Scott and Zion were saying, that you have to do it properly and realize what you're spending. It's not just a blanket. Let's get it out there and get it in front of people. So we'll see. And when you do fuck it up, which we have 2 years already, just remember that there's another slide. There's always Easter. So we've actually found that Easter is our second Super Bowl, that people are really ready to spend again in April. So we see a big spike again into February, April, which is exciting. So just as you're like, oh, God, just as you get through this, gear up again. And Father's Day, Queen's birthday. I'm amazed how many times we celebrate that in this country. National High Five Day. I saw a company the other day spruiking National Stripe Day. So they made up their own holiday. Have no fear. Like, you're going to get sales, but keep going. For us, avoid burnout again. We're a small team, and we want this to be our livelihood in the end. So for us, it's a marathon, not a sprint to the end of December, and that's how we look at it. And hopefully, hopefully that helps some of you as well. And that's all.